Happy Valentine's Day, class! Today, my gift to you is a deck that I know you'll all love. It's all the rage in Japan, and it's guaranteed to give all your friends 2 big scoops of salt. Did you guess what it is? That's right. Today's after-school Yu-Gi-Oh! Is all about the Nekroz. I know everyone has had a crush on this deck for a long time, so I'm here to assure you that the deck is fun to play, easy to learn, and quick to win. What are Nekroz? It's a marriage of the words necro and the racist way to pronounce clothes. Crows. It is a ritual deck similar to Gishki's, except they have eliminated the natural dead draw factor of ritual monsters. They've done this by giving each monster 2 effects. One unclogs hands and the other produces a plus. Because of this, it is one of the most consistent archetypes to date. My favorite thing about the deck is the cute little story behind the deck. If you guys have ever bought a pack of Hidden Arsenal 5, 6, or 7, you may remember the Gishki archetype, which was the last ritual deck. 2 of the Gishki monsters, Avance and Emilia, eventually grew up, as boys and girls do, and became the Great Sorcerer of the Nekroz and the Dance Princess of the Nekroz. Then, 9 months after a very magical Valentine's Day, they had a child named Shurit, strategist of the Nekroz. Shurit eventually grew up to be an anime enthusiast and Yu-Gi-Oh player, but his favorite pastime was cosplay. Shurit loved making costumes and dressing up as his favorite Yu-Gi-Oh monsters like Mistbird Clausolus, Brionic, and Trishula. He even made costumes for his parents and their pet dragon. Shurit's hyperactive imagination and love for playing dress-up gave him the confidence to take on any duelist. Essentially, this kid is every Yu-Gi-Oh duelist who lets his monsters do the battling for him. Isn't that a lovely story? Let's start breaking down the cast of this fairy tale. All of the effect monsters have 2 effects. One when it's used as a tribute for a ritual summon, and the other when it's on the field. All of the effect monsters have 2 effects. When Shurit is used as a tribute for a ritual monster, you get to search for 1 warrior ritual monster. And he counts as a full tribute for any Nekroz ritual monster. You can read its full effect here. The Great Sorcerer of the Nekroz can search for a Spellcatcher ritual type monster when he's used as a tribute. And when he's banished, you can dump 1 Necro monster from your deck to your grave. You can read the full effect here. Dance Princess can add a banished Necro monster to your hand when it's used as a tribute for a ritual summon. And when she's on the field, your opponent can't respond to the summon of Necro monsters and cannot target Necro monsters for effects. Here is her full effect. And last is Exa, Enforcer of the Nekroz. When he is used as a tribute for a ritual summon, you can search for 1 dragon ritual monster from your deck. When Exa is banished, you can special summon 1 Necro monster in the graveyard. You can read its full effect here. All Nekroz ritual monsters must be special summoned using a Nekroz ritual spell card and cannot be special summoned any other way. The first is activated by discarding from the hand like a hand trap. The other is a field effect. Clausolus is level 3, and you can discard it to search for any Necro spell or trap card. And on the field, it has a quick effect, which allows it to target any extra deck monster, turn its attack to 0, and negate its effects. Unicorn can be discarded to add a Nekroz monster from your grave to your hand. On the field, it negates the effects of all extra deck monsters. Catastor is level 5. If you discard it, it can special summon 1 Necro monster from the grave. On the field, if it does battle, it can destroy any extra deck monster at the beginning of the damage step. Brionic is level 6. You can discard it to search for any Necro monster. On the field, you can shuffle 2 extra deck monsters back into the deck. Gungear is level 7, and you can discard it during either player's turn to protect 1 Nekroz from being destroyed. When it's on the field, you can discard 1 card to pop one of your opponent's cards. Valkyrus is level 8. When your opponent declares an attack, you can discard Valkyrus and banish another Necro card from your grave and end the battle phase. When it's on the field, you can tribute up to 2 monsters in your hand or field, and you get to draw 1 card for each. Trishula is level 9, and on either player's turn, you can discard it to negate the activation of any effect that targets a Nekroz monster. When it's summoned, you get to banish 1 card from the field, hand, and grave. That's 3 cards. Decisive Armor is level 10, and during either player's turn, you can discard it to target one Nekroz monster. It gains 1,000 attack and defense till the end of the turn. While it's on the field, you can target one set card, destroy it, and then banish it. On to the ritual spells to bring out the ritual monsters. Nekroz Mirror lets you ritual summon using monsters from the hand, field, or by banishing from the grave. Nekroz Kaleidoscope lets you use monsters from your action deck as tributes for a ritual summon. And Nekroz Cycle lets you tribute from the hand or field to summon from the grave. All the rituals also share the same effect. If you control no monsters, you can banish this card and one Necro monsters from your graveyard to add a Necro spell card from your deck or hand. Here are some cards that Necro players add to the deck to increase consistency. Preparation of Rites, Manju, and Senju are all searchers, and the Jin locks out your opponent from special summoning any monsters to gate over your field. There's also Herald of Arclight and the Volvo Chain to help you set up more plays. Time to show you one of the many plays that Nekroz can use. Here is a Bryonic Jin lock that can be used to break a board of Burning Abyss floaters. I got this play with the help of my friend Steve. All you need in the hand is Bryonic, Clausolis, or Manju. Because there are so many searchers in the deck, you really only need 2 searchers and a Manju. Normal summon the Manju, which is going to let you search for a Unicorn. Discard the Clausolis, which allows you to search for Kaleidoscope. Activate Kaleidoscope, which allows you to special summon Unicorn using Herald of the Arclight as tribute. When you use Herald of the Arclight as a tribute, you can search for a mirror to the hand. Overlay the Unicorn and Manju into Lavalval Chain. Activate Lavalval Chain's effect to send Jin, Releaser of the Rituals, to the grave. Activate Mirror to special summon Bryonic using Jin, Releaser and Clausolis as tributes from the grave. Now you have the Jin lock on Bryonic, and Bryonic's effect activates to spin the 2 Dantes back into the opponent's deck. None of the effects will trigger. Here are some counters to Nekroz. Most importantly, you need to stop their search. You can use any of these cards to stop your opponent from searching, hopefully leading to a more inconsistent hand. You can stop their special summon, which can prevent them from activating any effects that will cause you to minus. If you can't stop the special summon, you can stop the effects themselves so that you don't minus. And if none of these will work, you can always stop the recycle. To sum it up, this deck gets an A+ for consistency because there are no dead hands ever. Any hand is a good hand as long as you can search for the cards you need. It also gets an A- for breaking boards. This deck can pop, banish, or spin any card in the field that's giving it any problems. It gets a C for games 2 and 3 because it is fragile to most spells and traps. As you can see from the last side, there are many cards that you can side in to stop this deck. And finally, it gets A quadruple+ for fun, because it's a really great deck with lots of options and plays, and people can enjoy it. More skillful players to even more casual ones. So hope you enjoyed my lesson on the Nekroz deck. Hopefully now, after looking at it, you can see why it's so popular and hyped up. The prices have gone up way high, so don't expect to see too many people at your locals to play it. But all the competitive players will definitely bring this deck to regionals and YCS. I do not doubt that this deck will be tier 1, if not tier 0. If you have any questions, please comment below as always. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for the next episode of After School Yu-Gi-Oh! Happy Valentine's Day!